you know. So I said, I used to learn, the first one that learned with me, the Kutaman, was a Luzer Koenig from Tzfaz. His father, all of a sudden, Zer Tzadik was still alive. He was learning in the Kollel of Luzer Koenig in Bnei Brak, and so he learned Charusa with me. He learned with me to earn and Vav. And as I said before, he drove me nuts. He drove me absolutely nuts because his style, do you know his son, Yosef? It is like slow and deliberate and this. I was like, move already. It's like, I couldn't take it because I'm I'm ADD. And it was like, and he invited me over to his house for Shabbos. For the Suda, and he sang Zmiras, and and he sings it slowly. My fingernails were growing while he was singing Zmiras. It was like, man, it was unbelievable. And then he said he's going to come to me. After the Suda on Shabbos by night, he's going to come to me.
To you?
Yeah, to my apartment where I was. So there was a knock on the door, and there was this young woman who was looking for my wife. And while she was standing there, I said, my wife is asleep, whatever it is. And we had this single light in the dining room with a table. I was sitting there, and I said, my wife is, I don't know, she was asleep, whatever it is. And as she comes, suddenly Luzer Koenig is behind her, and he comes and she takes a look at him, and she runs. She woo! She was gone. I'm just pointing with her. She was gone. So he came in, and we sat down at the table, and I brought out a Likutei Moharan, and he sits there, and he says, there is Shabbos in your house. It says, there's Shabbos in your house. I used to drive him nuts. I had this Kiddush, all right? He says, Yatzitzu kol poyele aven, all those who do evil will sprout, lishamdam adead, to be annihilated forever. So, what do I know? I was 5 minutes, I was from the whole time. It's like, so I said, they have razors with two blades. They invented them, they had two blades. The first blade pulls out the hair, so the second one can cut the hair closer to it pulls it out of the root for a closer shape. So I said, Yatzitzu kol polei aven, pulls out polei aven, to cut them closer to the root. It drove him nuts. He says, look, in Kadesh the Apostle, Baal lo yeda, an ignoramus who doesn't know that, see that he is on the full word.
He didn't finish the verse.
He says, look at this. Only a fool doesn't understand this. He drove him nuts. Oh, man. Sei gesund. Okay. That was my first. The first Likutei Moharan. Yes.
Sorry for asking.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So why do you think that I'm filming this? I told my son, that after 120 years, what do you think is going to be my tzavor for him? Watch it every day. Spend some time with me every day. Go to this farm with me. So my body won't be here, but this will still be here. So it's so you should hear the story. You should hear those all these stories. It's like it's the sich all for sich. So I don't exactly know what to. So I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to call it Diburei Emuna. We're going to go straight towards Diburei Emuna because it is a shtick like Diburei Emuna. Okay, so we'll go with term and ches Diburei Emuna. This is the days are passing and they are disappearing. It is possible to live for 80 years and even more, but this is short days. It's like they don't have days at all. Rabbeinu said about somebody who was 80 years old, he says he only lived one day. Because when you take everything that he did, all his ma'asim tovim, you can only find one complete day. Sometimes even one day don't have. Hashem Yiracham. The days are fleeting, they are running, and a person doesn't pay attention. Because every single day is a very important part of your life. It's a part that will never return. You have to use it really properly. These are good life. That's a good life. That is a good life. Is there anything better in the world than speaking to Hashem Yisbarach? And still, even though, and this in itself, you have to talk a lot, these Vedas will be Roy, and they'll be the way it's supposed to be. You wouldn't make mistakes in these Vedas. And a person can fall into great pride, I'm making these Vedas, man. I be the man, man. It's like, nobody's like me. So you have big rachim on everything. Everything there's nisyanis, even a dova toiv there's nisyanis. Not only in bad things, also not only something which is total bad. Rabbeinu says in Torah Test that the Nachash couldn't get and be mefatech Chava in the bad, in the total bad, because she wouldn't listen to him. He had to, to sweet talk her, first of all, something which is mixed, good and bad. Then he was able to, to dump her in total filth. Such a filth that until Matan Torah they were not cleansed out of this. So we have to pay our attention. It is not possible for Badova to start with total bad. Because nobody will listen to him. So in his cunning, he dumps a person with things that are toverized mixed, like eating. It's a klipa snoiga. This is the mixed. That's the Ibn Nosson writes a lot about these inyonim, what good and bad is mixed together. This klipa snoiga, that it is more difficult to rectify them than total bad. And he says, look in Ilchas Basar V'Chalav, Aloche Aleph Esvav, in Basar V'Chalav, Aloche Heyos Gimel, and more. Because from the actual bad, it's easy to separate. Something which is mamash osir, you stay away from. But something that decides to be mekel, person is more attentive to himself. This is where the Baldava chaps, and he says, who knows what the end is going to be. Only through his Vedas you can make this beer, you can make this sifting, you can cleanse, this is right, this is wrong, this is that. What do you need to run away from? It shouldn't be, this kind of disregard of Moira Heter, and it's fine, it's okay. At Hashem. We'll talk more tomorrow.